Welcome back, Pontiac folks. We're back on our little gym here, our 350 stroker. Wanted to start off with saying our exhaust manifolds came in that Glenn ordered for his 350, and these are by Ram Air Restoration Enterprises. This is the second set of these I put on a Pontiac. The first set I put on our good friend Craig Jackson's 68 Firebird, gorgeous car, and it had headers on it. And he said, I hate those headers. This car is restored, kind of to a semi-stock type of restoration, but I hate those headers. Would you please give me something that works better? Sure enough, when I got with Butler, they recommended Ram Air Restorations. Now this set here is for the G. I think that's the A body that the Le Mans is an A body. I think Craig's Firebird is an F body in GM speak. These are great manifolds. The Pontiac guys, you need to be happy. Now, are they expensive? Yeah, they're expensive, but in my opinion, they flow really good. And I want to tell you my experience with them. Craig's Firebird had a 400 in it. Great running 400, and it had the headers. We put these on, we removed those headers, and we put these particular exhaust manifolds on, and I'm going to tell you, I could not tell any difference in as far as horsepower. Now, I'm sure if it was on a dyno, you may see some horsepower differences, but seat of the pants, I just didn't see it. And it looks so much better. So, my Pontiac buddies, Pontiac friends, you guys need to be happy. Y'all got some great parts support for these Pontiac engines. They're gems, man. And I have to say, if I was gonna build a GTO or something like similar to what Glenn's doing, this is the way I would go for a street car. You don't need to put headers on it. It's gonna make great power. It's gonna make great torque. So, yes, these came from Ram Air Restorations. This is the Ram Air, and they're 4D port heads. That's what we have. And this gives you the specs on them. Looks like 2 1/4, I guess that's the diameter size. And they also came with the head pipes. So here are Glenn's head pipes. They also came from Ram Air Restorations. And they're both labeled right and left. Very, very nice. They got the flanges. They got everything, man. So this is like what I said. You got your good suppliers and stick with them. So Pontiac guys, Ram Air Restorations, here's somebody to look at. Okay, now we're about to install our distributor on our Pontiac 350. This I got from Butler along with everything else. It's made by TSP. This is probably the second or third TSP distributor I have installed on a Pontiac. Great luck with these. They work fantastically. Now, I do want to say, somebody's about to say, but you got a roller cam. You need to change the gear. This is a composite gear that Butler installed for me when I ordered the cam. So it looks like a steel one, but it's not. It's a composite. This is probably the third composite distributor gear I've installed. I think I did 2 Oldsmobiles this way. They had roller cams. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about how you phase a distributor for any American V8 engine. First, you know the firing order. Second, you need to know the rotation. The rotation on a Pontiac is counterclockwise. So you get a lot of Chevy guys that build a Pontiac 350 or 455 or whatever, and they can't get it to start or having all kinds of problems because they think everything's, like a Chevy. No, Pontiac goes counterclockwise. I think the Oldsmobile does too. I can't remember, but these are the things you got to pay attention to. So we're going to see where this lands. Now, let me preface this. We've got the engine up on top dead center, okay? When you do this, you want to do this correctly so your wires are not all over the place. You want your number 1, you want your rotor to point to your number 1 cylinder. And again, it's like any other muscle car V8. Well, I know Fords, you guys do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's for another video. But for your GM Mopar guys, it's the same 1843657 This bank here is 1357. The passenger side's 2468. Now, I've also got my screwdriver, and we're going to phase the oil pump shaft if we have to. But let's see where we're at. Okay. Oh, and by the way, I put my Comp Cam's lube on my distributor. I always lube my distributor gear. And obviously I need to put the gasket on. I'm just seeing where I'm at, guys. Okay. I'm not far off, but I need to turn, by looking at the rotor where it's pointing to number 7. So all I need to do is turn my oil pump drive shaft clockwise so I can get it to point, so I can get it to point to the number 1. Okay, here goes. There's our oil pump drive shaft. I'm going to turn it clockwise where I think we'll get pretty close. So let's try that. Okay, looks like I got it pretty darn close. So I'm pointing pretty close to the number 1. I'd say, yep. I'd say that's pretty darn close. So now when we go to put our spark plug wires on, they're not going to be all over the place. They're going to be nicely routed the way they need to go. This goes for any Chevy, Ford, Mopar. Again, I know the Fords have a different firing order, but all you do is you get on number 1, and then you'll, obviously your distributor will be in the front, just like a big block Chrysler. But again, this is very easy. And if you want to do things right, go ahead and face that distributor, face that oil pump, so you can put your wires on and they look nice and it's easy. It's just install it and go. Okay, so now we come to a stopping point where we're at. It's those small details that we're getting close, but that's what really makes the difference. So the brackets, we've got our brackets on. This is the air conditioner AC bracket and the alternator bracket. Yes, they're going to get painted. We just had to test fit everything. And let me tell you this, a few things I learned here. Obviously, because we're running the roller rockers, I had to buy the spacers, and obviously that moved the valve covers up. So I had to put washers under the bracket to move the AC bracket up. That will probably, I don't remember when I got this engine, I think Glenn took the AC compressor off, obviously, because I didn't have the compressor and that bracket there. I'm not going to need that to run on the test stand. But just keep that in mind. And I will have another gasket on here. I've got to order valve cover gaskets. I know I need to order gaskets for the exhaust manifolds, spark plug wires, a coil, alternator, and starter. So that's where we're at. We moved, when I disassembled this engine, I disassembled it at our Texas home. We have since moved to Oklahoma, and we pretty much have everything for the engine. I had it all nicely put in boxes, but I can't find my water pump pulley. That's easy, I can get another one. I'm thinking when the Sniper comes in, Glenn's already ordered the Sniper, and it's going to be here, I think, August, sometime this month, here pretty soon. So it's really not a showstopper. We've got our PVC valve in. No, I don't have all my bolts in, and I don't know. I know that this is right and this is right because Glenn sent me pictures of the bolts for the brackets. If somebody can let me know, I have the other bolts. We haven't misplaced anything, but I have another bolt with a stud, and I have more. Pretty sure these are intake bolts. Again, I had these other bolts here that are wrong just to go ahead and seal everything up. So I believe these are the correct. I just need to know where this one goes here. I've got an extra one, so I have to figure that out. If any of you got, Glenn did a great job sending me pictures, so thank you, Glenn. But if any of you guys got pictures of intake bolts and where everything goes, more information is always better. Now, another question I have, I looked at the great pictures that Glenn sent. This side had the nipple on the passenger side. I put the plug here. Butler gives you 2 plugs and 2 nipples. So if it takes another nipple on this side, let me know, please. Or Glenn, anybody, if you can remember, I can easily just go ahead and put another nipple here. We've got our distributor phased in. All I have to do is put the wires on once we get them, along with the plugs. This bad boy is getting really close. So, Glenn, I am jealous. I'm jealous. I love this thing. So, we've got our ram air manifolds on. Man, once we get that Sniper up there and our brackets are painted the flat black like they're supposed to be, this thing's going to be awesome. So I'm gonna try and insert the pictures of Glenn's car. I think I've learned how to do that now. You gotta see it. You gotta see the work he's done on the chassis and the body, man. He's pretty damn talented. I don't know how to do all that stuff. So again, I hope somebody's getting something out of this. I know I am. I'm enjoying the heck out of this Pontiac, as I do all Pontiacs. So please like, share, subscribe, and the comments. That's how I learn on all these engines. So hope everybody has a great Sunday.